Welcome to the morning stand-up. I'm Stacy Cay, and I want to introduce you to my friend, Sarah O'Sullivan.
What's up, guys? It's your girl.
She's another comedian around Kansas City, and we've been shooting promo together today for an upcoming comedy show we're doing. And she was sticking around, and I was like, hey, you want to just do my podcast with me? So full disclosure, you guys, I am extremely tired because modeling is so hard. Right, Sarah?
No, yeah, I've never done it before, and that was a workout, let me tell you.
You have to suck your gut in the whole time. It's crazy.
No, straight up. There were so many times where I felt like I was forgetting to suck my gut in.
You gotta arch your back like a cat or whatever.
Yeah.
You gotta sit in uncomfortable garments the whole time.
Stuff your bra.
And you gotta just keep serving looks while the photographer's out there just adjusting his camera and making changes. Takes forever.
And then the photographer is going to tell you that you have too strong of a brow bone and the light.
He didn't tell you that. I told you he told you that because I thought it would be funny.
It is funny.
He said what he actually told Sarah was, he didn't tell Sarah, he told me. He was like, he was just like looking at his camera and he was like, does Sarah have bigger eyelashes than you? Because I can't get a key light on her eyes, is what he said. And then I told Sarah that he said that her brow bone was too big and it was covering out the shade from the right.
Yeah, I internalized that for sure.
I'll give you good dysphoria that you can deal with for the rest of your life. I love fashion. It's great. So it's what time is it? It's like 6:45. We're watching the Chiefs play the Bills right now. Right now the Chiefs are down 4 points. The Bills are just about to punt. They're up 10-6. And it looks cold there.
It does. I don't think it's as cold as it was last week here in Kansas City, but that definitely looks cold.
Right.
Am I allowed to cuss, by the way?
You're allowed to curse. It's fine.
Okay, I didn't know.
I mark my podcast as explicit, so it's cool.
Perfect. Oh, they're getting into a fight. Oh,
They've been fighting on like, it feels like every possession. There's a little scuffle afterwards. I hope like someone like let's go at it. Let's see some helmets come off.
I mean, honestly, take
the playoff game. That's what you want, right?
Mm-hmm. Take your clothes off while you're at it, guys. Do you think that any NFL players are hot?
Yes.
Okay.
Are you kidding me?
Okay,
How lesbian do you think I am? Jesus.
No, it's a genuine question. I'd ask anybody that question. And
who's the hottest?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, he's not in the NFL anymore. And he kind of went crazy. But Antonio Brown was really hot. Do you know who?
Yes.
You know?
Yes.
That dude was hot.
He beat up a bitch too, right?
I don't think he beat up a bitch. I think he just did a bunch of other crazy shit. Like I think he was swimming completely naked in like a pool in Dubai or something, like whipping his dick out or something like that.
Oh my.
Which I don't think counts as beating a bitch up, but if you call his dick a bitch, then yeah, I guess. Also, it's pretty big apparently. I didn't actually see it, but I saw like a still of it. I didn't want to watch the whole video, but he was like one of my favorite players, and he really, I swear to God, he got hit real hard by Vontaze Burfict he was on the Bengals. You know who that dude was?
Mm-hmm.
Well, he hit Brown so hard, like I thought that Antonio Brown had died, like on the field. Like I was like, oh my God, that dude's dead. But it was just a really bad concussion, and he survived. And the Bengals ended up losing that game partly because of the penalty that he got from hitting him. But after that, it felt like he wasn't ever the same. Like he kept doing like crazy dumb shit, and we traded him to the Raiders, I think. And then he kept like finding excuses to not play for them. He first he got frostbite on his feet from using a like cryotherapy thing.
Oh shit.
And so he couldn't like do training camp for like 2 weeks. And then the NFL like banned the type of helmet he wore because it proved to not be good against concussions. So they said you had to wear a safer helmet. But he didn't like a safer helmet because he liked his helmet, his style of helmet, and the league said you can't. You literally cannot. But he kept like trying to sneak his old helmet on the field.
Dude, he needs what the?
No, I mean look this up. This was like a real thing. He kept like in practice. He kept like in the middle of practice. He would switch out his helmets, and the Raiders management was like, "Dude, come on, we're gonna get."
Yeah.
He had his friends like paint a Raiders logo onto the helmet. It didn't even like look like the Raiders' actual helmet.
Damn.
He just kept trying to do this. And then he played for the Patriots for a little bit. Oh, yeah. He did get accused of sexual assault or whatever. And then the Patriots cut him. And I think that was the last time he was in the NFL. I don't know. Huh. Dude's nuts, but hey, he was hot. So you told me who's hot, not who is dateable, I guess. I don't really... Patrick Mahomes seems like he's dateable. He's been with that Brady bitch for 3 years now.
No, yeah, for sure.
3 years?
3? Oh my gosh. No,
long?
ever since high school.
No, well, I mean married.
Oh, yeah, I would say married 3 or 4 years.
Yeah, and he's like best quarterback in the NFL, and she's not even that hot, so he must be like a really nice dude.
Oh my gosh. I don't know if I'm going to agree with the Britney slander. I think it's a little much.
Well, Kelsey definitely has the hotter girlfriend on the Chiefs for sure.
I mean, Taylor Swift, nobody beats Taylor Swift.
See, a lot of people would disagree with you. Some people don't think that Taylor Swift is, like, special in any way. So I had a Chinese roommate for a long time. Mm-hmm. He told me a lot about Chinese culture and all that kind of shit. Taylor Swift is huge in China. I don't know if you know this. But he was a big Taylor Swift fan, and he would listen to it. And I made a comment one time about Taylor Swift being hot, and he was shocked that I called her hot. He was like, she's not hot. She has eyes like a fox. That's not hot.
What? That's literally so hot.
I don't know. That's what he said. He said like fox eyes is. I think he's talking about the eyeliner that she does.
Oh,
she would do like eyeliner and anyways, that's a little apparently Taylor Swift is not attractive to Chinese people.
You know what?
Or just my roommate Will. Who knows?
Yeah, I think probably there's definitely some people out there who do find her attractive over there, but I bet it's because I just think that really big eyes are just kind of fetishized over there, like super Eurocentric features, and she does have that cat eye thing, but they all like the like anime, like big eyes.
Wait, anime is Japanese.
Well, yeah, but I just think that in all of Asian culture, but maybe I'm just generalizing. Sorry about that.
This is a theory we need to explore, but I don't know. And oh shit, touchdown Chiefs! They take the lead.
Travis Kelce, Taylor Swift boyfriend.
They go up. They're gonna go up 3 points here in the second quarter. Oh. A bunch of. I've been living here for the last 5 years now.
Okay,
it's been a while. I was not a Chiefs fan, and I'm still not really. I mean, I cheer for the Chiefs when they're not playing the Steelers. But I've always believed in the Chiefs a lot more than everybody around here. Like all the Kansas City people around here, like every year they win the Super Bowl, I'm like, dude, the Chiefs are the best team. They're probably going to win the Super Bowl. But like all the Kansas City people are like, oh my God, this is fucking terrible. We're going to fall apart. Like it's y'all have like so much trauma around losing because the Chiefs were terrible for a long time.
Yeah.
Like for a solid like 20 years, Chiefs didn't do anything. But once you got Patrick Mahomes.
Oh my gosh, Jason Kelce's shirtless.
Oh. He's a lot chubbier than I thought he'd be.
He looks good. He looks like a bear.
You into that?
I'm into anything at this point, bro.
Really?
Standards are low. No, I do.
I mean,
like
as
big
far
eyes.
as Bears go, Jason Kelce there is really hot, but like he's like an NFL player. I thought that he would. I thought his abs would be a little bit more visible than they are.
No, yeah, but isn't he?
He's like a
linebacker,
defensive tackle or something. I don't know.
Okay.
He's one of the line people. He's supposed to be a little bit fat, so it's fine.
Well, he's, in my eyes, like, that's stocky. Like, I feel like he just looks stocky, and he's also hairy, and I like both of those things, because it's, like, strong, but, like, you can tell that he lifts. Like, he's really, really fucking strong. You know what I mean? Toss me around, baby boy.
I guess it's fine as long as he's rich. I could see that for sure, which is the most attractive quality in a dude, I think.
Yeah, what's in his pocket?
You see this Bud Light commercial? Have you seen this?
No.
Look how gay it is.
He's just chucking him to
Look,
the boys.
this is what the yes. Look at what they're okay. It skipped the part where Peyton. I think they actually cut it out because maybe it's too gay. But Peyton, so. Right, you know Dylan Mulvaney, all the people freaked out about Bud Light because Dylan Mulvaney did the one thing. And that's the commercial to win people back, right? To get all the dudes back. And they had Peyton Manning. So the way that it's Peyton Manning throwing Bud Lights to people in a bar, okay? And then this one guy, he throws him like a really long one and he like lays out to get it. And then he lands under Emmitt Smith, like to where his like head... He lands with his head at his feet to where he's like looking up like at Emmitt Smith's dick. Like the camera view, you see Emmitt Smith's face from the bottom of his feet.
Oh my gosh, yeah.
And that's just a commercial. It's supposed to be like guys being dudes, and I feel like it's way gayer than anything Dylan Mulvaney ever did.
Oh my gosh. And guys being dudes is gay. And that's okay.
It is a little bit.
Just accept it, guys.
So, man, we woke up early today.
I know, you had me up.
We shot promo for Spend the Night at Fashion Week in Kansas City, March 15th. And so I got a photographer, I got a hair and makeup artist, we did, and I got the designer, we got picked up clothes, we tried on a bunch, we did a bunch of different sets of clothes together. And we had to wake up really early because the photographer that I was working with, he has a diabetic dog that he has to go home and take care of at 6 p.m. sharp every day or it'll die. So we had to get in there early. So on a Sunday morning, I showed up to my hairstylist's studio at fucking 7:30. It was horrible. I don't ever want to have to do it again. But I think we got some really good shots, so...
Oh.
That's good.
For sure, dude. These shots, this is the most legit thing I've ever done, that's for sure. And Stacy looked amazing. Amazing. So... But I did have a show last night. It started at 11:30, and I didn't get home.
Your show started at 11:30?
Yes.
Where did you do this?
At the Bird Comedy Theater.
Oh, you did one. Was there anybody in the crowd?
5.
5 people. Cool.
Yeah, 5 people.
That's a good room for an 11:30 show at the Bird, for sure.
But I didn't end up getting home until I would say like 1:30. I drove a comedian to a bar because he needed a ride, and then...
Who did you drive to a bar?
This out-of-towner from St. Louis.
Oh, yeah, you told me about that.
Mm-hmm. I like to meet the out-of-towners whenever they're in. I just like to meet the new comedians always.
Nice. I stayed up till 1 a.m. because I was working on computer shit.
Dang.
I'm gonna die. Tomorrow is Monday. I gotta get up and actually like pretend to work and stuff like that. I hate my job.
Oh.
Every day I sit at my cubicle and I think, how can I get out of this?
Mm-hmm.
You know?
I'm at a cubicle job now too.
Are you?
Yeah, 9 to 5.
What do you do?
I'm a receptionist, but half of the day I spend in a cubicle. There's 2 of us and we switch off.
Where?
Well, I don't want to say where I work.
Is it a medical thing, or is it a...
It's in the STEM realm.
Okay. You're a receptionist for STEM?
Yeah, I mean, because doesn't STEM stand for everything? It's one of the letters.
It's like usually technology, like tech and stuff like that.
Yeah.
All right, that's fine. You don't have to tell our viewers where you work. That's cool. I'm not going to tell them where I work either, because... I might tell them where I quit at some point.
Yeah, that's once it comes to that point. But Yeah, dude, it's so tiring. You work till 5 p.m.
Do you work full time?
Yeah,
Nice.
and I'm doing
You
all
get you
this.
get benefits. You get health care.
Yes, but I'm not gonna do the benefits quite yet because,
You're on your parents.
yup,
Yeah, that's a
my
right,
parent.
Oh yeah, sorry. Yep. Hey, congrats on having one. That's good.
No, honestly, yeah, you're right. Ooh, you got some stuff going on in your personal life.
Yeah. Okay. All right. So, all right. So my parents, as most of you people probably know, um, they disowned me like 5 years ago whenever I came out as trans. They don't disown me very publicly, like on Facebook. Like they made a statement at the church, like in the assembly or whatever, that I was like dead to them and all that kind of stuff whenever I came out as a girl. And anyways, they have refused to see me since then. The last time I went to my house, I was like 4 years ago, I guess. I asked my mom to go get stuff from my house, like to get some of my stuff, like my I got my Beanie Babies, my tigers, stuff like that, my stuffed tigers. Um, and my mom said, "Okay, I'm gonna leave the house because I like don't want to talk to you. Don't steal anything." And then I said, "What? You think just because I'm trans that I'm gonna steal?" And then she said, "We just have different set of values." So
Damn.
I didn't steal anything, but in retrospect, I probably should have, because a few days ago, the fucking house burned down, the whole house, like it down to the nub, everything gone, and I had a bunch of stuff there, like I had a bunch of um, like paintings and art and things I made, all baby pictures, all kinds of stuff. And I left it there because I thought it would be safer at my parents' house because I didn't know what my living situation was going to be whenever I left Arkansas for Kansas City because I was like living in a shitty apartment at the time. But yeah, now it's all gone. My sister, who hadn't texted me in 3 years, told me the house burned down, and I was just like, "What?" And then apparently like the chimney caught on fire because they had like a wood burning stove, and it is a dysfunctional chimney, caught on fire, burned the whole thing down. And what am I supposed to do about that? Like, I don't know. Like, I haven't talked to any of my family besides my sister, which was just like getting the details of the thing, because like I do. One, I'm sad the house burned down, right? Because I grew up in the house, all that kind of stuff. And but also like they kicked me out of it, you know. So what am I supposed to do? Be like, "Hey, sorry, the house that you banned me from burned down. Maybe you'll let me in the next one." Who knows? But it's just like nuts. Like, bro, I forget like that whole house. I lived in it for like 15 years. That's where I grew up. It's gone now, all of it. My aunt called me the next day, because she went to go see it, and my family stopped talking to my aunt and her kids because they still talk to me. So they're so mad at that they refuse to see them anymore. But she went to go see them because her house burned down, and yeah. I wanna be insensitive and make jokes, but I don't know if I can do it.
You definitely have every right to, so.
Yeah, but still, like, I wish the house hadn't burned down. That would be cool. I think that would be nice. But it's weird to see a place that, I mean, like I still have like dreams and like nightmares there, right? Like I'm still there in my sleep, right? Now it's just like completely gone. Can't ever go back, which I mean, I wasn't allowed to go back anyway. So it's like in my functional life, it doesn't seem like that big of a difference. But like when I think about it, it makes me sad. So.
Yeah, dude.
What a bummer of a thing to bring up on a podcast. Thanks, Sarah.
Sorry. I mean, it's definitely real life, and I mean, memories are a big fucking deal, and like I had a house fire too when I was young, but nothing like that. My entire house did not burn down, but the biggest thing was water damage, and I lost a lot of memories because of that too. And so I can't even imagine like this plus the fact that you're like not in contact with them. You know, I mean, that's interesting that your aunt was able to go there. Sometimes tragedy will like bring people together. So
yeah, my aunt wants me to call my parents, but I don't really want them to call me by the wrong name or misgender me or whatever, because I know that that's how they talk about me, and that's how they've viewed me, because they haven't seen me since I like got pretty and stuff. Like they've never seen me like dressed as a girl, like in girl clothes, having long hair or anything. Like they cut off contact before that even happened, because I told them that I was on hormones, and then they were like, all right, you're dead to us, right? Pretty rough.
do you think that they stalk you ever?
Oh yeah, they definitely
So they
keep
know.
up my social media. Yeah, they may listen to this podcast.
Well, hello, family.
Yeah, hi mom.
I think that there's bigger issues in the world, like your house catching on fucking fire.
Sorry, I smiled about the house being burned down. I'm sad. I'm sad it got burned down too. But also, like, it would have been cool if you had let me come over it while it was not burned down.
No, yeah, that's just, I don't know. When you become a parent one day, I feel like your biggest responsibility is to always love and support your children. So if you can't even do that, then I don't think you're doing that good of a fucking job yourself. Sorry, was that too mean?
Huh?
I said, sorry, was that too mean? I don't know if your
What
parents are
about my
watching
parents?
this. Yeah.
I mean, yeah, my parents messed up for sure. You're not supposed to disown your kid just for being a faggot. Bills are about to score here. Nope. Drop the pass.
We're up by 3 points, guys.
Yeah, but the Bills are on the 10, and it's 3rd and 5. They probably go for the field goal here if they don't get it. Can you imagine trying to catch the ball in that kind of temperature?
No, yeah, aren't your fingers just kind of cramp up?
I know. Like, how do you do that? That would be... Eek.
Yeah, that reminds me. We went outside to film some promotional videos while we were in our, like, skimpy fucking dresses. It was cold as shit, guys.
I couldn't feel my legs walking back to the car. It was rough.
No, and I have my ears pierced, and then I also have my nipple pierced, and I swear when you're out in the cold, it hits that metal, bro. It just makes everything worse. My nipple felt like it was fucking throbbing.
I had no idea your nipples were pierced.
Only one.
How? Only one?
Yeah.
Who only pierces one nipple? That's crazy.
Rihanna.
Oh, you just trying to be like Rihanna?
Well, not just trying to be like her, but she's definitely an icon.
Why one?
Okay, I'll tell you exactly why. It's because I like options. Like, I think it's fun to have options, and also I feel like, okay, if you have both nipples pierced, it's like, I have my nipples pierced, I'm a freak, you know what I mean, like, in your face. But if you have one nipple pierced, it's like, oh shit, she's a sneaky freak. Like, I didn't know she was like that, you know? Like,
was it painful?
The first time, no.
You had to get it multiple times?
Yes, so...
Is it covered up?
No, well, okay, yes, but it was because I had to take it out because I got a septoplasty to fix my deviated septum and whatnot. And when I did that, you have to take the metal out of your body. So I took it out, and then...
You didn't put it back in time?
No, it was like, I was in surgery for like, I don't know, a couple of hours, I would say. By the time that I woke up, it was already too late. And then I got it pierced a second time out in New York, and when I got it pierced the second time, not only was this guy a fucking creep, it was also so painful because they're doing it over scar tissue from where it used to be pierced.
Oof.
But this guy, like, I was with my friend, and we went in, and they were about to close, and we were the only ones in there, and he was the only one. And then he locked the door behind us coming in, and then, like, he did her first. She, like, got shirtless.
Wait,
then,
you and your friend got your nipples pierced together?
Yeah.
That's so cute. You got matching nipple piercings?
I know, yes. Oh my gosh, like, honestly, every single one of my friends has at least one nipple pierced. I had mine in high school, and everyone's gotten them ever since they graduated. So I started the trend. Okay, no.
So, like, all your graduating class has nipples pierced?
No, straight up.
That's crazy.
But this guy, the entire time he was piercing our nipples, he was like, "Oh, thank God you guys have good tits. You wouldn't believe the boobs I've seen." And then literally, they're supposed to wear gloves. Fucker did not wear gloves. And then also, the first time I got mine pierced, you have to get the nipple hard in order to pierce it. The first guy, he used Q-tips to get it hard, like a fucking professional should. But this second guy, oh, you bet your ass. His little fingies, and then he's thinking,
hey, at least he didn't put his mouth on it.
I mean, might as well at that point. But
where did you get this? In New York? Where was it?
In New York. I couldn't tell you.
You don't know where you were in it? Was it New York City?
Yeah, it was New York City, near the river, and I mean, it was just a random.
You don't know what part of New York City it was?
No.
I want you to describe exactly where this place was.
Okay.
That sounds crazy.
Okay, fine. It was right across the street from this, like, this smoke shop, and these guys were selling weed on the street.
That does not narrow it down.
That's awesome. That is awesome. You know what? There's definitely some videos in my phone as to where, at least near the location,
I need to know exactly where it was, so whenever I pass it in New York, I'll be like, oh, that's where Sarah got her nipple pierced by the creepy guy.
Okay.
Be like a landmark.
I know. We were gonna take, like, this dinner on a boat.
Did he do a good job?
I mean, I look sexy.
Does it work fine?
Yeah. I haven't had any problems.
Or anything?
No, never had an infection, guys. It actually was literally the fastest healing piercing I've ever had.
Nice.
Yeah. So, shout out.
Guy's a pro, I guess.
Mm-hmm. Oh, yeah. And the men love it.
That's cool. That's good. I'm still not piercing my nipple. I don't give a fuck.
You don't want to?
No, just ears for me. I'm good after that. I don't want to mess with any of that shit.
Your boobs are too perfect. I don't have perfect boobs, so it almost spices it up. Also, I have small boobs, so it, like, makes it more exciting too, I feel like.
Alright, cool. The Bills scored. I don't know if you noticed that.
Oh, God damn it.
They scored. Now they have a, I guess they have a 1 point? No, 4-point lead.
Damn it.
They're a 4-point lead going into halftime. Josh Allen just powered in there because he's a big boy.
I meant to tell you who I thought my hottest football player was.
So Josh Allen?
No, but he is hot. It's Joe Burrow.
He's pretty hot too. Yeah. I think Joe Burrow's pretty hot. Jimmy Garoppolo is pretty hot if you're into Italians.
Oh my gosh, is he the New York Jets or whatever?
I don't even know where I thought he was on the 49ers for a while.
Oh my.
I don't think he's on the Jets anymore.
Okay, because you just reminded me that there is, I think, the new quarterback for the New York Jets. I think that it's the guy I'm thinking of. He's so fucking hot. Whenever he scores, he, like, goes like this. He's Italian. And it's, like, become a thing. Everybody in the crowd is going like this. And his voice.
Who is this?
His voice is so sexy. I love that good Italian New York accent.
Zach Wilson. Is that him?
Ew, no. Who the fuck am I thinking of?
Okay, so, I mean, Aaron Rodgers was the Jets quarterback, and then he tore his Achilles 4 plays into the season.
I'm going to see quarterback who's Italian. Tommy DeVito. New York Giants. He's so sexy, dude. Does he have a girlfriend? Because that's going to be my next catch.
Are you kidding me?
You should hear him.
Are you kidding
No,
me right now?
you need to hear him speak. That's not what he looks like on a day-to-day basis.
I mean, he definitely looks Italian, but I wouldn't say that necessarily means...
Listen to his voice.
That he was going to go with Ty. He wanted to have a spark, a change needed to be had. And I mean, I understand it's business.
Well, he's sad in this video. I don't like it when people are sad.
He definitely sounds Italian. What is he, from New Jersey?
I think.
Appreciative of every snap that I've had.
You know, look him up after he like scores a goal or something.
They played hard.
That or maybe I can find something.
But then again, our offensive line and Saquon did well.
Yeah, he's from New Jersey. I nailed it.
Fuck yeah.
I'm getting good at accents.
But there's nothing in particular they did.
Yeah, this dude could definitely play in The Sopranos.
I love that.
Sopranos?
You
you haven't seen The Sopranos? I didn't think.
No, I've never seen The Sopranos. Oh my gosh. Okay, well I guess that's enough. I'll look at thirst traps of them later.
Hey, okay, we gotta look at answer questions from my Instagram thing here. All right, we're back. We got some of you guys' responses. I screenshotted them off of my Instagram and then sent them to Sarah. So this was a real team effort. Give it up for women in STEM.
Fuck yeah.
Okay, all right. We got a lot of these. Most of them are pretty short because they're just Instagram responses. Favorite activities to be doing when high. Sex. How did you build up
TikTok.
A following on Twitter? Mostly by screenshotting my tweets and posting them to relevant subreddits at good times. So, yeah. And that worked until I got banned from every single trans subreddit because a lot of the moderators got mad at me. Have you ever been to the Casey's Symphony? I get free tickets sometimes, often, since I'm in it. Yeah, actually, that sounds pretty cool. I looked at your profile. You seem like a cool person, so I might accept free tickets from you sometime. That might be good. Okay, advice figuring out you're trans in a relationship with a straight female partner who I love. All right, this one's tough because first off, I don't think that straight women exist, like all the way straight, right? Sarah might disagree with me on that, but I think she's just in denial.
I do not disagree with that.
Okay, whatever. But also, I get, right, you're a guy, but you're trans. I had one of those. I dated a girl for 5 years as a guy, and whenever I came out to her as a girl, it blew her mind. She dumped me, and it's tough because she needs to. You need distance while you're like figuring yourself out, because whenever you're transitioning, you don't really know who you are yet. I mean, you know who you are, but like you don't know what it's going to actually be like. You're becoming kind of a new person. It's going to be a completely new perspective on life. Some partners want to stay with you, some don't. I don't know how to bridge that with your partner, but I see a bunch of difficult talks coming up in your life, and I hope that your relationship survives, and if it doesn't, I hope that it's still good. Please come to the West Coast. Okay. I don't go to the West Coast as much because it's not as cool. No, because New York is where the center of comedy, and that's where I'm trying to really get my feet dug in, and then I'll start going to the West Coast and things like that. Favorite Steelers moment of all time? Go. I'll play a game and okay, my favorite. All right, I got two. One is in the Super Bowl in 2008, was it? When Santonio Holmes caught that touchdown in the back of the end zone with 3 defenders on him to score the go-ahead touchdown against the Arizona Cardinals. I was shaking while I was watching that play. And the Steelers drove all the way down and scored points, and then they scored. I couldn't believe it. And then also Antonio Brown, when against the Ravens, there was this one time whenever he got like tackled, but then he reached his hand over like the goal line, and it's like a really, like, the picture of it like looks like a Renaissance painting. But I really like that play. Are you straight or bisexual? I am bisexual.
I don't know what I am.
You don't know what you are?
No.
So you want to you don't know whether or not you're bisexual?
Honestly, I think that the best thing for me right now is I feel like I'm more pan than anything, but I don't really know how to label myself, so I just say
Pan is
bisexual.
just spicy bisexual.
Yeah, because I've had crushes on trans men before, and
Those are just dudes, though.
I mean, yes, but wouldn't that be pan rather than, I feel like, is bisexual like cis male, cis woman?
That's fucking stupid. That some people say it that. Some people think that pansexual means that you're also attracted to trans people, but that's dumb. That's a dumb reading of what bisexual means. Bisexual means you're attracted to, all genders and not necessarily both genders, but I know the term. What your face look like?
Oh.
Okay.
Like that. So then what does pansexual mean?
Pansexual, people like to do it to say, like, you're attracted to trans people too, but, like, I think that, like, everybody's attracted to trans people, so.
Yeah.
All right. Do you ever get hate or treated badly from people within our community? How do you handle it? Yes, I do. I've had that happen a lot, and it's way worse than whenever, like, transphobes hate on me, because I don't want to impress those people. I don't care what they think at all. I know they're bad people, but whenever it's trans people shitting on me, which they do publicly, relatively often. Sometimes it's because I make a joke and they don't realize I'm joking, or they don't like what I mean by the joke, or it's my political views. Like whenever I say that, like, you should vote for Joe Biden, that pisses off some people in the trans community. So, right. Do you watch any baseball? Also, which state would you live in with no money worries? I would live in New York City because that's the best place in the world. I mildly keep up with baseball. I like going to games because it's a fun event, but I think that baseball is kind of boring to watch on TV. And the Royals have been really bad in Kansas City for a long time. They've been so bad that tickets are basically free. And sometimes I do go to Royals games, but it's very hard to watch the games because you just know the Royals are going to get blown out of the water. It's not very fun to watch.
Somebody called Stacy gorgeous, by the way. She just skipped over that.
Someone said, "What are you wearing?" And then, "Is it a T-shirt of Governor to Santa Claus in a wood chipper?" Which is funny because he suspended his presidential campaign today. Which is part of me is a little sad because I wanted to see him fail longer. Like I wanted to drag this out so I could see more terribleness from him. But he quit after losing literally one state. He was like, "All right, I'm done. That's it." So much for that guy.
Quitter.
I just showed her the clips of DeSantis walking in heels.
Yeah, he's 100% wearing shoe inserts.
It's pretty sad. What do you think of DIY HRT? Dangerous or a solution for many who can't afford a doctor? I think it's a solution for many who can't afford a doctor. Hormones are not actually like the dangerous, like how people have tried to tell you. Testosterone actually can be a little bit dangerous, but I still think that if you can't get actual hormones and you're a trans guy and you want testosterone, like, you should get it. But testosterone is a more, I mean, in cis men, testosterone causes problems, right? It gives you muscles for sure. It'll help you beat people up, but it might make you go bald. So that's why I got off the shit. Or I was like 24, my hairline barely started to recede. I was like, that's it, I'm growing boobs. So that's why I did this.
A little DIY.
Right. I started DIY because I was afraid to go to a doctor to tell them that, like, hey, I'm a girl. I wanted to try it first to make sure I didn't, like, hate the way it made me feel, and, like, it made me feel, like, way better in the first week. So I was like, all right, I'll go to a real doctor and get on stuff like that. Go to resources to figure out if you're trans. I'm going to be real with you. You're probably trans. If you're asking this question, like, that's not really a thing that cis people do. But go to RMTF and just, like, read stuff from other trans people, like, posts, and you're going to probably see a bunch of stuff that you also think, and that's how that goes. How would you cope if you were a brick who wanted to be a doll? UK has no trans health care. I'm the brick. Okay. All right. first off, condolences to the fact that you live in the UK. That's a terrible place. I hope you can get out soon. I've been there. I went to London, and then I stayed out in oh, I forgot what it's called now. Somewhere out by like Gravesend or something like that. It starts with a K. I don't even remember. But it's just the world is better. America is so much better than the UK. Like, I know it's tough being an immigrant in our country, but I think it's better to be an immigrant in America than it is to be a citizen in the UK, especially as a trans person. They're really tough on trans people. In America, even in a lot of red states, you can go to Planned Parenthood and get on hormones like that day. So like, you don't have to wait forever like you do in the UK. And go to Mexico for surgery. That's what I did because I live in a red state. I couldn't get health insurance, so I went to Mexico, and it still cost a decent amount. It took my life savings, but it's much more affordable than things like that, than like a American surgeon. Can you know about Pakistan? Technically, I guess. I know a little bit about Pakistan. Pakistan and Iran are beefing. I saw them shoot a few missiles at each other, like over the weekend or something like that. And then they apparently now they're resuming diplomatic relations, so they got it out of their system. Do you think Lightning McQueen deserved his 3 piston cups? Okay, so have you watched all the Cars movies?
I think so. It's been a while since I've seen the third one, that's for sure, but I remember
Do you think that he deserved it?
I mean, I think he deserves everything he's ever gotten in his life. He works really hard.
She's a big Lightning McQueen fan.
Yeah,
apparently. I have never seen... I only saw Cars 1 because, if I'm being honest with you, it wasn't even that good. I don't know why it deserves so many... I know why I got so many sequels, because it gives good toys and kids like it, so they made a ton of them, but...
The soundtrack is top tier.
Is it?
For me, yeah.
Well, see, Cars 1 was just Life is a Highway by the Rascal Flatts, and I don't really think that that's that great of a song.
Oh my gosh, that song is legendary. Every time I hear that song, I think of that movie. It's the same.
Oh, really?
Yes, every time.
I knew that song well before Cars, so.
Oh my gosh, I thought it was made for Cars.
Oh, you're so stupid. No, baby. That existed before that. I was never a big Rascal Flatts fan. Oh, what's your face look like?
Hey. Okay.
All right. So about whether he deserved his 3 piston, I don't know. I don't even think he got a piston cup in the first movie. I think he canceled it so that he could save the old guy, remember? Who crashed or something like that.
Oh, yeah.
Okay, do you think the Lions have a chance to win the Super Bowl? Yeah, actually, I think the Lions are probably going to go to the Super Bowl, and it's a good shot that they have of winning, as long as there's no bad stuff that happens, injury-wise. Favorite kicks to hoop in? Well, I just recently got some LeBron Witness 7s, which is my first basketball shoe I've gotten in like 6 years. And I'm excited to try them out, but I've heard they're really good, and they feel really good when I test them out on my own hardwood floors, but I haven't tried them on the court. You look really different here. Okay, it was a filter, okay? It was a filter, okay? Girls can use filters. It's fine.
Yeah, dude. It's 2024. We've been using filters.
How about sports? There was much argument about it. What's your experience and opinion? All right, I've been given a lot of sports opinions, so you can just take all of those.
I like sports when there's drama and there's relationships intertwined with it personally, so... This year has been very interesting for me as a Chiefs fan.
Okay. I gotta mostly move on. There's a lot of questions here.
Okay. I know I have to go hang out with my mommy.
Who did my FFS? I used to tell people that about all my FFS because I wanted everyone to be pretty, but now I decided that I want people to be ugly because they're mean anyway. No, I'm just kidding. The guy who did my my FFS is a surgeon in Guadalajara, Mexico, named Jesus Baez Marquez. Like Jesus is how you spell it. Baez, B-A-E-Z. Easy. Marquez is his name, and he's mostly a nose surgeon, which is why I went to him. So he gave me a good nose. How is Pittsburgh as a city about trans people, trans women? I've heard it's pretty good. I've been there. I didn't really like meet very many trans people while I was there, but Pittsburgh seems like a pretty cool place, and it's in a state that is probably going to stay blue for a while, so y'all aren't going to get any bad anti-trans legislation, so it's pretty good. The only reason I wouldn't consider moving there is because it's too far inland, and I want to be closer to the coast so I can get closer to the trains, so I can move up and down the coast more and go to New York more often, because I need to be in New York a lot because I'm a comedian. That's how it works. How do you think barnacles feel about being shucked off a boat after all that attachment? I bet they feel pretty bad. Like, can you imagine you set up your whole life on this boat, and then some what do you call people who scrape barnacles off boats? Lads? Is that what they call them at sea?
No, usually
Scraping
old
barnacles.
men.
Old men scraping
Yeah.
barnacles off of the boats?
I watch those videos on TikTok sometimes. They're satisfying.
Really?
Yeah.
You're on barnacle scrape off TikTok?
Yeah, specifically barnacle on crab TikTok, because when they catch the crabs, they have to take the barnacles off of them.
That's cute.
You know what? I'm gonna say at a certain point they might just be relieved. They're getting some air.
To let it go.
Yeah, for real.
All right, last one here. I want to transition, but don't want to lose any muscle. Well, if you're gonna transition from male to female, if you're gonna start taking estrogen and stuff, you're gonna lose muscle. It's just I lost 30 pounds of muscle. I used to weigh 160, no fat. I was, it was pure muscle. It wasn't like I was like huge, but like I had 30 pounds of muscle. That 6 months lost it all. Now I'm weak and have huge tits. So that's the way it goes. All right. What else we got? This podcast is running a little long. We don't want to bore our listeners.
I know.
You got anything else you want to say?
I mean,
you need to go eat supper with your mom.
I
know. You call it supper? You call it dinner?
I call it dinner.
Okay,
yeah.
Because you're a Midwesterner. In the South, we call it supper. So.
Oh. Yeah. I see. No, about to go eat dinner with my mommy. I love my mom. I'm basically Gilmore Girls at this point. But
do you have siblings?
I have a little brother, yeah.
Oh, so it's not quite Gilmore Girls then, right?
Yeah, but he's not living with us.
Oh, okay. So it's basically Gilmore Girls. What? You have a younger brother that doesn't live with you?
Yeah, he goes to KU. He's on a completely different life path.
He's only slightly younger than you.
Yeah, he's becoming a doctor.
Oh, nice.
And I'm a comedian. So
you'll make more money than him for sure.
That's the goal, dude. He even says it.
All right. That's it for the podcast. Thanks you guys for listening and putting up with this or whatever it is. And if you haven't, check out the video podcast, or if you are watching the video podcast, hi, this is what I look like when I'm talking on the podcast, and this is Sarah. All right. Thank you, and see you next week.